Yo, what's up? It's Rohok over here again, back with another live stream. And today we are going to be talking about what we're going to be taking a look at right now at my first week of my Kickstarter campaign for my Kickstarter AWOL number one, which is live right now. Let me show you guys. Sorry, let me turn it down. Make sure. All right, we are good to go. Put that down. All right. So my Kickstarter AWOL is live right now, and we are currently sitting at 80 or like 88 or 90% right now on Kickstarter. Yo, what's up, Dale? What's up, Dale? So yeah, the Kickstarter is going, really good right now. I still got 22 days left, so it's still time for you guys to back the campaign so we hit that funding goal. So I added some more cool stuff. I had these like gifts to it. So I had the cover A with some flames on it. Some of the preview pages of the intro to the book and some random other pages. Here's like all the covers. I did another GIF animation for it, so I thought that was a cool little feature to add. But yeah, so I have all these other covers on here from people like Jeremy Heiler, Brian Moss, Ian Cinco, a bunch of reward tiers, digital backing tier, cover A, cover B, C, and D. You can also get a cover with the cover A with a mini print, and then the cover pack. There's also an original art tier. I have a bunch of cool add-ons for the campaign. Tit for Tat, which is my horror comic about what your imaginary friend would do if you're being violently bullied. Troll Call, which is an anthology book about online trolls and real life trolls and how to deal with them. My bootleg Spider-Man book, Nobody is Safe. I have that available as well, and you can also add the print to any order, or even if you want to get a second print with the tier, with the cover A with the print. Here's some more pages from the campaign, and also this was just announced today, a Kickstarter exclusive from Ian Cinco. He hit me up and he was like, "Look, anybody who's a backer of cover A, cover D, which is his exclusive cover, or the cover packages with all the Kickstarter covers, will get a copy of his." A complimentary copy of his Neon Spring issue 0 comic. So yeah, that's even more of an incentive, I feel like, to go and back to campaign. So essentially you'll get 2 comics for the price of 1. So yeah, I really, appreciate it. And I'm, Ian is like super happy and hyped to give us some copies of his book out. I've, stretch goals. So hopefully once we get funded, my goal is to hopefully get funded by the end of the week. And then we can start working on these stretch goals for the rest of the campaign, which is the first stretch goal will be a sticker pack. And then the second stretch goal will be an early copy of volume 2 or issue 2 of AWOL. So you will essentially be getting 3 comics for the price of 1 for this campaign. So, if we can pushing, promoting and get more people involved and, or whatever people want to upgrade their tier listing if they can, we can move and get some more good stuff. And then the last tier, the $2,500 tier, will be my art book. So essentially you'll get 4 books now for the price of 1. So right now we are at $1,322. The goal is $1,500. So we're inching there slowly but surely. We are getting there, and I'm just super hyped. I'm super thankful to everybody who's supported, backed, shared the campaign with other people, all that good stuff. All that helps a lot for sure. Anything helps really, So I appreciate everybody who's been able to back, and who's even, showed love and all that good stuff. So yeah. Sup Oliver, sup Ian. So yeah, man, that's the campaign. It's going good so far. Let's talk a little bit about how, the first week's been. So the first week has been a lot of nerves. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of like, I don't know how to feel about everything. I wasn't really sure about what to expect from Kickstarter. Kickstarter is definitely like a platform that I'm still a little foreign to, especially on this side of the aisle. Being the person who's like promoting, pushing the books, not a person who is just backing and buying stuff. Like I pretty much understand how that goes for the most part, but now on the other side, it's like a whole different beast, emotionally, mentally, stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, I'm doing fairly well. I believe, I don't know. I mean, some people's first Kickstarters, they don't get funded. Some people barely make it to the finish line at the very end. And even people who are, way more established creators or artists, with maybe like a little bit bigger names or more established names, sometimes won't even get backed or barely make it to their funding goals. So, I'm not too hung up on it. I'm getting new backers, at least one or two every day. So that's, awesome. It's super dope. Honestly, I'm just ready to hit the funding goal and just kind of like ready for it to end. I've been doing a lot. I've been putting a lot of work in on on like promoting it a lot. So I've been lately. What I've been doing is, I've been doing a lot of like live streams and interviews and stuff like that. For for the campaign. So yesterday I was on this live stream with John Talk, Tyler Carpenter, who does a lot of live streams, and he's like a pretty prominent guy on Kickstarter. He does really well on Kickstarter. He's been using it for quite a while. I don't know, like 10 years essentially. He's been like one of the first adapters of that. So I was on his live stream yesterday. So after you get done with this, you can go check it out. We had a good conversation about like how I've managed to like build my YouTube channel and how I've used that to like propel myself with my like my comics and stuff like that, and how that's kind of benefited my sales and marketing and stuff like that, because he's really big on that type of stuff. I went on live with Power to the Panel. Did I share that live on here? Oh yeah, right here with Brian a couple days ago. So again, I'm just trying to like do as many live streams, promote, cross promote. I emailed Sean from the Ink Pulp, and he was kind enough to share my Kickstarter on his live stream yesterday. So yeah, that's literally what I've been doing. Like obviously, and I've been making a bunch of like videos on my Instagram. So those who like follow me, like I just been doing like pushing super fucking hard. Like posting damn near every day, just like reels and videos and obnoxiously, and I ain't got no shame. Ain't no shame in trying to market your books. I don't think there's no reason to feel. I mean, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, and even this, like, I'm so grateful that people like were helping promote, like, TDJ, who did all the colors for my book. He posted this. So, and all the other creators, like all the other people who've, like Tyler, Jeremy, Brian, and Ian, they've are lucky enough to like accept my, are like grateful or like gracious enough to like accept my collaboration posts and all this other stuff. So I've been really promoting the fuck out of it. So I mean, it's been working for the most part. I'm just trying to keep it in everybody's mind, like what I'm doing. I'm saying, like, and what's going on. So yeah, that's literally it. Pushing. Yeah, for sure, Ian, for sure. I'm definitely like trying to like figure it out. This is definitely gonna be like a learning, like a lot of like learning curve. Just trying to figure out like what works, what doesn't work, what stuff like that. I don't really, I'm saying, I'm just trying it out, and then I don't know how often I'll like when I'll do my next campaign, because it definitely is taxing doing all this stuff, because I see people who do like 3 or 4 campaigns in a row or like back to back to back, and I'm like, dude, I don't know how I don't know how people have that energy. Obviously some of these people are just like the writer of the campaign, or like they're just like they're not the artist. They're not really like having to really focus on anything but just like writing and promoting, and then that's it. Whereas like I, did all the artwork, wrote everything, did all the scripts, and then on top of that, I like had to promote everything. I'm still like running my YouTube channel, so I had to like make sure I'm doing, things for that. All that stuff. Oh, Erwin, he was kind enough to promote my Kickstarter on his one of his updates for the Sewer Boys 2, which I have a page in, which I'm excited to get my copy. I can't wait to get that here. So I appreciate you, Erwin. Raymar will be here soon. I don't know. I told him he can come in whenever he's ready. But yeah, man, this Kickstarter, I mean, it's been going good so far. So far, so good. I know, like, from talking to people, like the middle, like the in between weeks are kind of like the low moments, like probably like this week coming up, and the next week after that will probably be like slow burn. And then we'll just keep going from there. Hopefully that last week I get a good push and we can hit those stretch goals, because I really want to hit the stretch goals. But if we don't, we don't. It is what it is. But yeah, we're getting there, man. We're slowly but surely getting there, and I'm super excited about it. I'm super hyped up about getting these people. And I'm getting everybody who's backing it and stuff like that. We got a lot of support from like family members who I've like been telling them about, and they've been like supporting the campaign, and support, like telling other people in my family and like whatever. So that's been really cool. Obviously, a lot of the K fam members have been really dope about it, and backing and sharing. So yeah, man. I'm definitely doing this thing. I'm definitely like, this was definitely like a goal to do for like in comics. I didn't know when I was gonna do it, but I was just like, this comic is the one. I'm just gonna pull the trigger and see what happens. So again, so far so good. But yeah, that's what's been going on. I also recently dropped a video on Daniel Warren Johnson, who I feel like is like the new guy in comics who's like coming up. And that video is doing pretty good. I'm almost like 8K views, which is pretty dope. Videos on like creators, usually like I'm like iffy about doing those videos, because I'm not sure. Some creators, some comic book creators are more popular than others. Some of them, like their name might not be that popular, and so like you can use their name, and it might like I didn't use Daniel's name in the title because I was like, I don't know how many people are actually looking up Daniel Johnson on YouTube outside of like the people who are his core audience that watches like streams. But he's doing pretty good. This video about Scotty Young's doing pretty good. Man, my last 3 videos low-key were about creators, so I might have to switch it up to something else. But the channel is doing pretty good. I'm almost halfway to 12K, so that's hopefully I can get that before the end of the summer. So I'm just really just been pushing the channel, making comics, just doing all that. Oh shit. All right. Well, yeah, so if you guys, I'm gonna drop the link to the campaign in the chat. So if you guys want to go back it, and I'll highly appreciate that. All right, so we got the man, the myth, the legend in here, Raymar. I'm about to bring him on.
What's up, bro?
Yo 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 yo. How
What's
you been?
going on,
How was
man?
your day? How's your day been going?
Pretty good, man. Busy. You know,
Busy.
you know how it is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, so let's talk about Heroes, man. We got to meet the first time, stuff like that. So how was your time at Heroes overall?
It was great, man. Like I got to meet so many people, bro. Like, people who've been fans of my work and commissioned me and everything else. There was like people who came to my table and they were like, "Man, I got your first Ghost Man in my state, which is like across the country, and now I'm over here and I didn't even know you were here, or I came here to see you." So that was pretty cool.
Hell yeah, that Ghostman is that book is like pretty iconic. Around I feel like it's doing like a lot of people see it, and if they don't know it, they're gonna pick it up because the cover is like so like iconic and stuff like that, and stunning for the most part, very eye catching. So that's pretty dope, man. I'm glad you had a good time. I had a fun time too, just even walking around. I had a better time this year than I did last year. Even last year was pretty dope because this year,
Mhm.
like, I knew more people like you and like all the other people who were there, and I was just kicking and hanging out. And um, I like timed myself right, so I wasn't waiting in line all day and other people's lines and stuff like that. Because I did it a lot last year. It was kind of like it was kind of whack. And like looking back, I'm like, damn, I wasted a lot of time just sitting in line. But this year, I was definitely more hanging out with a lot of the indie stuff, the indie guys and stuff like that. I had a goal to like do the interviews, so I did a couple of those. Those were pretty cool. Um, yeah, I
Like
had a good time, man.
you were moving. You were up and about.
Yeah, yeah, I was getting my time, my worth, my steps in for sure. I was like, I'm gonna make the most of this time and walking around, talking to hella people, talking to people about like running a Kickstarter and stuff like that. Showing people my artwork, just getting books signed. That was pretty, all just doing everything. To get like I said, I was getting my money's worth. Saying
Yeah,
it was fun though.
absolutely, man. Yeah. I mean, I think for the most part, I was at the table. I didn't really move around too much until Sunday. When it was kind of
Yeah.
chill. But
Mm.
yeah, no, I had a good time. Got to meet Uh, talked to Ryan Benjamin. You would have when I talked to Estelle Freeze, um,
Hmm.
Sanford Green. They were all cool, super cool. Said some kind words about my work. So yeah, I had a great time. Great time.
Yeah, yeah. I talked to all of them too. I went to go talk to Ryan Benjamin, and he's literally just like how his YouTube videos are. He was like, it was me and like two other dudes, and he was like showing like their whole like his whole like process and like all the his the way he teaches and stuff. And I was standing there for like 30 minutes. Like I didn't even get a chance to even like say anything because I was just watching him talk to, and he was just going on and on and on. I was like, all right, I gotta step away. This guy,
Yeah,
he's talking for a long time, but maybe I'll come back. And I just never went back with my stuff. Um, I
yeah,
saw Sanford. He remembered me from last year, and he was just telling me about like he's looking at my art, whatever, you're getting better, da da da. He told me about like he showed me like a little bit of his sketchbook, which is really dope, and how he like kind of like preps his pieces in his sketchbook, like with little like the little thumbnails. That was pretty dope. Daniel Johnson also I got to talk to him. He remembered me again from last year. I gave him one of my little ash cans, I think, and he looked at my portfolio, and it's crazy. Like he gives, his line was super duper long this year too, but he still
mhm,
gave me a little bit of time to chit chat. So he was super dope, and yeah, it was fun. Even yeah, we were talking about buying Stealth Freeze too and stuff like that, and
yeah,
yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, that was a pretty good
yeah.
time.
I what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I got to pretty much talk to Ryan Benjamin one on one. I went to his table and there was this guy there who was picking up some commission, so it was really just me and him. And
Mm.
yeah, that guy got his stuff, and I talked to him for about 10 minutes. Yeah, I gave him my art book, and we kind of got a mutual friend, so we talked about that. And yeah, it was just a real nice dude. You know.
Yeah, he was really nice. He definitely wasn't like super duper busy. I mean, I saw him like drawing, like so he was definitely getting a lot of commissions, but he wasn't like because I don't think he's had a comic out in a long time, so he was just there
Hmm.
like just doing commissions, and then he's like promoting his art books that he has coming out or whatever.
Yeah.
So like because when I went there was like two dudes that were like I said were there and they were just like trying to get their art looked at and stuff. So
Right.
but there was like a few people here and there that were coming by and like picking stuff up or like getting like random books signed that I guess he did back in the day. But
Hmm.
he definitely had open like time. If you can catch him, you'd be able to get like I said, I was standing there for like 20 minutes. He was just talking, going on and stuff like that. And I was like, damn. But
Yeah.
yeah, the art auction was dope. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. I ain't
And
stay the
yeah,
whole time. I think because how long it was like. I know it started at 8. Didn't it end at like midnight or
yeah,
something?
that shit was on. We, Jeremy, and Brian were there damn near the whole like the whole time. It was fun. I mean, I was just chilling and getting little drinks and shit like that, and just watching the artwork and stuff like that. I was really like surprised at the prices some of the stuff was going for.
Hmm.
I mean, like obviously, like the premiere stuff was gonna go high, like Scotty's piece and all that other stuff. But like, that was like an interesting thing, especially because everybody was there, like all the artists, all like the people who were attending. Like it was just like everybody was there, so it was
Yeah.
pretty cool experience. Like just to see that, be like around that environment of like the comic books, stuff. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Definitely. Yeah. I got to meet a lot of people during the auction. I took off around 10 o'clock because I mean I was already just so tired. I ain't used to standing around too much. I'd be sitting down drawing all day. So, but who did I meet? I met Xander Cannon. He's real cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I met Scotty Young for like 5 seconds, uh, and then I met Bill Cox and Kazra from Comic Art Fans. That was pretty cool. I got introduced to them by Tyler Turner. This guy that is an art collector. So yeah, the auction was pretty cool. But yeah, I definitely could not stay that whole time. I was like, man,
Yeah,
I got to sit down.
yeah, I was just kicking it pretty much. Yeah, I stood there. I stayed there probably till like midnight for sure. I was just like, I know there's nothing else better to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just trying to figure out what was going on. Everybody's like, oh, we're all just gonna go here. So I was like, all right, well, I might as well just go there too. So I just went, just hung out, drank. Like I said, I was with Brian and Jeremy and Vero most of the time. We were just talking about like the pieces and just talking whatever. And then so I mean that was pretty fun though. I thought it was a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. So how was like was it planned for you to bring all those books here like to premiere because you premiere like 3 or 4 books at the con?
Yeah, it was 3 books. Yeah, the second Ghost Man, Detective Pickle PI, and the art book. Yeah, it was pretty. It was planned. The only last minute thing really was the art book. Eli was just kind of like, "Hey, you want to do this?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So we just like pretty quickly put it together in like in a week. So, um, but yeah, it went really well. We sold out of Ghostman, Flesh and Bullets.
Mhm.
Sold a lot of Pickle PI. Didn't sell too many art books just
Yeah.
because people like there were people who knew me, but at the same time, obviously a lot of people who don't know who I am. So,
Mhm.
but I was able to give that out to some bigger name people, so that was pretty cool. That was kind of my objective with that anyway. So, and
Yeah, that's dope.
yeah, so
Yeah, y'all had like the whole like corner like locked in for real. It's like that whole little like every time I walk by, it's like all the whole cosmic line there. People were all right there, so that was pretty dope. Like,
yeah.
yes, I mean, yeah, there was like so many people there, and it's like super hard. And like I remember like I was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to this table later, and then I'll try to find the table again. I'm like, where the fuck is like where they go and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I mean, I was just like I said, I was just moving, grooving, just fucking hanging out for the most part, and picking up some good books. I like this year I didn't like spend too much time like buying like bigger books or buying like uh posters or spending like last year I got caught up doing like the CGC shit and that was a waste of my freaking time. Like I was there for like it was I think it went like Saturday or Sunday and that was just a big I was like, man, I'm not doing this shit. Like I'm gonna get all these books signed and that's cool, but I'm not like I didn't want to waste my time, especially like I said, like I knew hella people there. Like Brian, his table like the damn near saved my life those first
Mm,
2 days because I was carrying all this shit in my backpack and I was able to go and sit down at his table and like just kick it. Like I was kicking it with him for a good while, like both days, just like hanging out at his table, just chopping up with him and all the people that are coming by. And I
mm-hmm,
did a art piece for the auction, which was just like random. Like I was walking by and I saw Brian was up there and he was just like, "Hey, come draw." And I was like, "All right, fuck it, I'll just come draw something." So yeah, I just did something real quick, and then like I was messing around with the Posco markers, like but they're like the big like I don't even know what they're called, but they're super huge and it like smeared all over the place, and I was like, "Fuck!" But I was like, "Whatever, I don't care." And so that was cool. And then I went back because they all the like the pieces that they didn't think were gonna sell, like they did it like the next day, you know.
mm-hmm.
And then I asked him like, "Oh, did my thing sell?" He's like, "Yeah, so for like $30." I was like, "All right, that's what's up." Like somebody bought it, so I thought that was pretty cool. Um, one of the highlights I got to talk to Craig Thompson. I don't even know who Craig
Mm,
Thompson is. Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I caught him like at his table by himself, and I had my books with me, but that was gonna get signed by him, and he was like, "Oh yes," yeah. So he does like a cool like remark in all of his books, and you know he has like a bunch of he's really dope signatures, and I showed him some of my work and talked to him for a little bit. I fuck with Craig Thompson. He's like one of my favorite artists for sure. So he was pretty cool, super duper dope.
Yeah, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so how has like everything been going since like I mean we talked with like last year on the channel. So
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like you've been getting like way more popular. You're getting hella commissions. You're doing a lot of work. You got a lot of work coming out. So how has that been going so far? Like like this last like year or
Um,
so and everything.
yeah, it's been pretty cool. A lot has changed. Like you said, a lot of work, a lot of commissions. I got man, how many commissions do I got right now? I know I got six, possibly seven. We'll see if this dude hits me back, but six Spider-Man commissions right now.
Oh yeah.
Um, I got a T-shirt design. I got to do actually two shirts. Um, well, two shirts for one person, then another shirt for another guy. Um, there's a I have to do a Doctor Doom and Mephisto. No, Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange versus Mephisto, and there's something else I got to look at my list. And then yeah, I got a book I'm working on right now with I don't know why I'm always hesitant to talk about it because I definitely but I'm working on a book with one of the Wayans right now, Mike Wayans.
Yeah.
He's the son of Damon Wayans, so that's been going pretty well. Like I got a few pages. I showed one yesterday on the stream when we announced the pre-orders, but he's real cool to work with. Uh, more Ghost Man on the way and a
Mhm.
bunch of other stuff, man. So I just been busy, just trying to stay locked in.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. That's good. Like, I feel like you're one of the only people that I know, not only people, but like one of the few people that I've seen that are like consistently just dropping, drawing, writing, getting hella commissions and just doing that like straight up like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that's like a thing that I take pride in is always having like work getting done and stuff like that, like comic book work or art like even when I'm not working on a comic, actively. I always like I'm gonna do like a pinup just like for myself, one a day. You know what I'm saying? Where's a random character or something, just like keep myself fresh. I got back into like working on my sketchbook. So like I've been like trying to like freaking fill this out. This is like my third one. I started last year in November, and I don't know why I stopped. I think I stopped because I started working like oh shit, like I did this the other day. Uh,
Oh
just like
shit.
a just like and I do like random like anatomy studies and just like random shit like this like just to just
Yeah.
to just to practice honestly and depending on the day or like what I want to study. Just like 30 minutes or something like that. It depends, and just like just do random stuff.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that a lot just to kind of keep myself warm and fresh. And also I've been working on issue 3 of AWOL, so I'm trying to get that done um before I'm doing a convention in August, in August, a local one in my city. So I'm
Oh,
trying to have the third issue done by then. I'm not gonna have it there. Like that's the whole point of this Kickstarter, is to have it there, have issue 1 there for the campaign. But I'm gonna have all 4 issues done uh before winter time. So probably like September, August, like October-ish. Probably have all 4, and then I'll probably just take like a break so I can just like do a lot more studying and practicing and stuff like that before I go into my next book, which I already have planned out. It's going to
right.
be like a one shot, and then just go from there. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my own timeline when it comes to like whatever work I'm doing, so it's
Mhm.
not like I have to like really, whatever. And even like, and then just whatever K fan books come up, I'm probably just gonna knock out pages in there just to keep myself fresh and stuff like that. But
Right, right.
yeah,
Yeah. I try to do that too. Just like have as much, not too much to where I'm overworked, but just enough like to where I don't really have a down period where I'm putting nothing out at all. So
yeah,
I
for
try to
sure.
do small stuff here and there. We just had the Ghost Agents. Uh, wow, damn, which Ghost Agents book is it? I'm forgetting, but it was just on Kickstarter. I did
Yeah, I
a
saw that.
6 page, no, 7 page story for that. Um, did a pinup for you.
Mhm.
Uh, just trying to get stuff in when I can, on top of like what I already got going on.
Yeah, it definitely like helps to keep busy and get like, I feel like it forces you to get better. That's why I like doing like the books with like the K fam, because I feel like I'm doing things I wouldn't generally like think of drawing myself. And so like it kind of like forces me to do different things and figure out how to like draw it without like a specific direction. Like with this Dragon Ball Z book that we're gonna, you have a page in there too, right?
Yeah, just one
Yeah,
page.
so yeah, like I get the one page or two, and so I feel like doing that, it kind of helps me like figure out like how I'm going to design the book, or like that one page, and make, because essentially you got like, with that book, and most of our books is like, you have this page and you have to like tell this whole entire story in this one page. So I try to like figure out how I'm gonna tell the whole story in that one page. So like I did my layout for my page today and I sent it to Jake,
Yeah,
so I was
so,
gonna see what he says about it and whatever. And then I'm gonna try to live stream Saturday or Sunday, or probably Saturday, since that's when the time for an ink it on live stream. He's got a new webcam, so I'm gonna try to
oh nice.
get that, to use for like the drawing streams and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I just try to like just like keep myself busy, active, and just like drawing like all the time, and drawing like things that um get me out of my comfort zone for sure. And even like, and I do that even when I make like a new comic all the time. I always think of like new, like I don't want to stick to one genre, like action or something like that. Like that's why like my last 3 comics have been, horror or like a slice of life, and then this one is back to like an action shonen jump type vibes. So that's like I try to like keep myself, fluid with different subjects and stuff like that. But how did you get the like the book of the Waynes? Was it Mike, right?
Yeah, Mike Wayans. Yeah, pretty
How did
much just through Eli, because he knows someone that's like related to them, and I guess I don't know the whole story. I guess he was just like looking for an artist, and Eli was there, so um, yeah, he sent him some of my stuff, and yeah, just pretty much went from there. So
Oh yeah, that's dope, man.
yeah,
That's dope. That's a good hookup, man. Oh yeah.
yeah, I
So
try to just trying to it is really cool. I just try to like how I am. I just be humble about it. So
mhm,
I don't try to make a big deal. I just try to do the work, and
just keep it pushing for sure, for sure.
yeah.
How is it working for a writer compared to working for like somewhat like your own stuff? How does that?
It's luckily every writer I've worked with has been uh pretty cool, because I think everybody I've worked with, I got lucky enough that our interests kind of align, you know,
Mhm.
and they like my work enough that they just kind of let me do my own thing. So it's been pretty cool, and honestly it helps because um, it's like I don't have to do too much thinking. Obviously, I'm not writing it; I just gotta interpret it. Uh, the only thing is just that added pressure of like, okay, am I doing enough for what this person wants? Am I like getting their vision across the right way? But
Yeah, for sure.
that's just like a internal thing. Most
Mhm.
people, most writers that I've worked with, well, all the writers I've worked with have never been like, oh, you're
Sure.
not doing what I need, or they never put any pressure on me. It's really just me. But
Yeah, hell no, man. Because I mean, you gotta think about it. You're doing something that they can't do themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
yeah,
you gotta be like cool, but you can't be like an ass. You know, it's not like, especially you're not working for like a huge company where they're like having the editor pile on them. And I feel like that's when situations happen with that. It's always like a roll down effect, or like someone's getting fucked over, so they're gonna steam pile it down. So, but yeah,
hmm
I mean, I haven't worked like, outside like the K fan books. I haven't worked with like somebody who like a writer yet or anything like that. I
yeah,
mean, I'm kind of like, I'll be open to it, but like, I'm not like, I don't think I would like want to do like a full length story for anybody, not yet at least. Like, I'm
yeah,
super like, I kind of just like want to do what I want to do, unless it's like somebody who's like is really integral with the like collaboration things. Even like I've like working with colorists, right? So I had got a couple colorists, or was trying out a couple colors for AWOL, like to get my covers colored, and some other pieces done. And you know, you find them randomly. Like, I was on Reddit and I found a couple people and stuff like that, and
mm,
I talked to them. And one guy, I got him, do colors, and he was just like, it was like a real like bad connection and the way he was doing stuff. And like every time I'm like, well, this isn't like da da da, like give
mm,
my critiques to like, because it wasn't what I wanted. Like, yeah, essentially was the issue. And he was just like, well, I don't understand, like da
yeah,
da da. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to like hurt your feelings or like be like an ass about anything. So, and then I ended up finding another colorist guy that I worked that I colored my stuff now, TDJ Comics,
okay,
and
yeah,
he's super dope. And like you can tell that like it's not just like a job. Like, he's like actually passionate about like the work that he does.
hmm
And he's like a really good artist too. Like, not even just like a good colorist, he's a good comic book artist as well. And but yeah, I really appreciate like his work and contributions. And he even like, we made like a collab post and stuff like that, help promote the campaign and stuff like that. So I always like, if I'm going to work with somebody, or I want like, if that's like a thing that presents itself, I need to like know that the person is going to give the same amount of effort. Like, it's not just like, oh, I'm just gonna write this, we're scripting, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be like a real like even kilt type thing. I don't know, um, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that like that's pretty cool though, that you were able to like get that opportunity. And
yeah,
you're just, I feel like I said, like, you're getting like a lot of work done and a lot of things like pushed out. I think that's really dope, man.
yeah, man. I mean, I always joke about this shit, but it's like I'm trying to do it full time, so I got no other job really, and I got no kids, so it's like, well, I'm gonna just draw all day and you know, not waste my time, I guess. Try to
Hell
make the
yeah.
most of it.
Yeah, and with me, it's like I have like a finite time throughout the day to draw and make and create. So I feel like that's what's really like helped me get productive. So I like realized, okay, I only have 4 hours. So in these four
Yeah,
hours, I need to get this amount of shit done, or you're not gonna get nothing done. So like,
right.
and even like, I mean, sometimes I'll sacrifice sleep. I'll stay up a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll stay up to like past midnight, like 1, sometimes 2 in the morning, depending on what the goal is for that night or what I got going on. Like when I'm on my last like couple pages of a comic or something like that, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna thug it out. But there are times where I realize that when I push myself too much, it becomes like I get tired, and I can see it like in the work or like the product of what I'm doing. So I kind of just like, all right, I need to like just take a break or like slow down and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely feel you. Whereas like I'm on the opposite end, where it's like I don't have all day to work, so I need to make sure I'm making do with the time that I have.
hmm
So, and I definitely think that's like a thing that's like really helped me a lot to get this stuff done. Even like with the Kickstarter, where I've like essentially like pushed myself like to another level of like just marketing, promoting, all this stuff. Even like doing these extra streams. Like, I'm not like super like live streamer person, because it's like really hard to like entertain yourself by yourself. That's why like I like when I do my streams now, I want to like try to have people on. Like, I'm gonna ask, have you on, or like I had last time I had my friend Ronnie and stuff like that. Just because having a conversation with somebody it just is it's just easier flow for the live stream, instead of me just here like trying to figure out what to do to entertain everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, yeah.
that's
No,
like
I feel you. That's how it is when no, I'm like, my bad. I'm like sharing the link to. I'm like letting people know that I'm on here right now. But
yeah.
uh, yeah, no, it's the same thing when I stream and draw. Um, like even though I'm people are there to watch me draw, it's
Mhm.
like, am I entertaining beyond it? So
Yeah, that's hard. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Brian's the only person I know who's able to like draw a full piece or a comic book page and like talk and be like entertaining simultaneously. Like
Yeah,
honestly, I could see him becoming like a big like streaming type person. Not like Kai Cenat big, but like big relative to like comic book and artist because he has that ability to like bust out a really dope piece, but also like chat it up and like has like this big like collection of like things that he knows about and stuff like that.
right.
So I
Yeah,
think that he's definitely somebody I've never like. There's not a lot of people that I've seen that's able to do that. I'm not even able to do that. Like depending on like what I'm doing. Like if I'm like coloring a piece or like stuff like that, like doing gray tones. Like I've done a couple of streams where I like was gray toning a page like digitally, and I was able to talk because it's easier because I'm not like having to like think too much about it.
yeah,
But like
yeah,
if I'm like laying something out, inking it and stuff like that, like I'm definitely gonna be. There's a lot of quiet moments and like where I'm
yeah,
trying to like figure out and everything. Like even with what's his name, Daniel Johnson, like Daniel Warren Johnson, like he doesn't really talk at all. Like but
yeah.
he's always like like doing some crazy shit. Especially
Mm-hmm.
like in his oldest streams when he was going like for like an hour, 2 hours, he was like
Man, I
bust out a
missed that.
bunch of like sick. Yeah, me too. Yeah, now
I
he's like 30 minutes at most. We get like a good 30 minutes. But
yeah,
I mean, he's super busy. That dude's like, I eventually he's probably not even be on YouTube like doing that shit no more because he's gonna get to a point where he's like super duper busy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're lucky enough. We're lucky still to even have him
yeah,
doing that. You know?
yeah. I mean, at least it's you know what 5 years worth of videos. So
Hell
if he
yeah,
stops, I'll just keep
you can
rewatching
go
like I've been
back.
doing. I'm looking. Let me see who's in the chat. Oh, Erwin. It said, "What's up, Erwin?"
Yo, what's up, Erwin? What's up,
Kevin,
Kevin? Remy?
Rami.
Oh my fucking thing. Yeah. Um. Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody's in the chat. Near Dale, I think that was up Dale. But yeah, man. Let me get this off this. Oh yeah, Ian. Oh snap.
what's up, Ian?
But yeah, so let me show my. But so so like, have you been like? Do you do a lot of Kickstarters or like stuff like backlog Kickstarters or like what do you how do you feel about like doing one for yourself? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I will at some point. I don't know what it'll be. But I've been involved in plenty.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's pretty cool though. It's just a way to make sure you get the book out there, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, I definitely want to do one, but I don't know. I got some ideas. We'll see. It probably won't be Ghostman or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah, Kickstarter is like a interesting platform because I feel like what you think would be like big or get popular on Kickstarter probably won't, or like it may not. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see
Mm,
like a book, like if you just go to like the random like just like homepage of Kickstarter, you'll look and you'll see like a book that's like, oh, that has good quality artwork or good like it looks like it's an interesting story or anything like that. But then you'll see like the fund, it might not be funded or it might be like barely reaching its goal. And
yeah.
it's like an interesting thing, but like you'll see a book like TNA books, like tits and ass books, really well on Kickstarter for some reason. Like what I was on stream yesterday with Tyler Carpenter. I don't know if you ever seen his channel before. He was telling me just like how everything's like changed on Kickstarter because he's been on this for like a long ass time. And he just says like the algorithm is so super different. He said that he was like in chats back in the day with some of his like comic book friends, and they would say like if you have like a comic and you have like you should like if you have a male character you need to change it to a female because it's gonna sell better on Kickstarter for some reason. That's like I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like to think like that's, but I mean I see it all the time. Like when I like when I'm on there, I've seen like hella comics that are like just like they have like nudie covers or shit like that, and they do super duper well. So it's kind of funny how that works.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
then
I've heard people say that some of that shit might be money laundering, but and which wouldn't surprise me. But who knows? I wouldn't
yeah.
doubt it though.
Yeah, it's like those books, books by like Skybound. Every time I do Kickstarter, it does fucking good, obviously, because it's Skybound, and they have like all the good IPs. All the people who do like the collections books, like Fletch, who's just doing the Daniel Warren Johnson art book right now. Like they know what they're doing, so they like have like they did one last year with Art Adams that I got, and that was super duper dope book, and
Mm,
they do really good, but because obviously they have like the advantage of like fucking having a big name behind their stuff to like promote it and stuff, but like
yeah,
um but people who don't like who are just like regular like me and you type guys, like we really have to like kind of like do the most,
yeah,
to unless you're like already like super popular. And even that is like there's no guarantee. Like I was thinking like I mean, even when I was saying earlier, I was like, man, I think I might have like not overshot my goal, but like my expectations was like, man, I think I'm gonna do really good. Da, da, da. Like I like pre-launched like my pre-launch page. I like hyped it up super hard. I like 50 backers already like on my pre-launch before I launched it. Like 60. You know what I'm saying? I was posting on my YouTube and all this other stuff. And then when I launched, I mean, like it did good. Like for the first day, I got like 30%, which is good for your first day, like $500.
Mm-hmm.
Relatively speaking, it's pretty good. But I was like, man, like it's starting to slow down. It's not moving as much, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And like,
Yeah.
but so it's like it's weird to like see, how you can get your audience from certain like platforms to move over. And like, and even Kickstarter has like a weird like a what's it called? Like some people are like intimidated by getting on Kickstarter. Like if you never used it before, you're like, I don't want to sign up for this shit. I don't want to. Which I feel like I wish Kickstarter had a thing where they didn't like where you didn't have to sign up to pledge or like back anything.
Yeah.
Like I wish it worked kind of like a store where it's like, oh, you're just gonna get your information and that's like you don't need to make an account. Like I
Yeah.
don't see why you need like you can go to a lot of websites and just buy shit and not need an account. So I feel like Kickstarter it would help like stop that barrier of entry because like I said, some people are like,
Yeah.
it might keep them from doing that, but who
Yeah, there's
knows?
that. There's other stuff to keep in mind too. Like, you know, I mean, it's uh, friends of mine where I'm like, damn, I want to back this, but I don't know if I'm gonna have this money at the end of the month, so I'll just like donate. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, for sure. I feel that.
and also like, the fact that we did my wait, when did the Daniel Warren Johnson did that launch on Tuesday? Was that Tuesday?
Yeah, it was like like 2 days ago. Yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then we had my pre-order. We had my pre-orders yesterday, and I'm like, damn, like, what I'm saying? So
that's how I felt when I saw that he posted he was about to drop that. I was like, oh well, there goes the last people who were thinking about backing my shit. Like it's like he just
yeah,
took all the people from me. But I mean, I don't know. You never know with like the crossover, and that is a good thing that it is like a 30 days later, so like people can always change their mind and like
right.
stuff like that. But what was the pre-launch for what book? I didn't really catch that live stream on Instagram.
Oh yeah, just announcing Ghostman and Pickle P.
Oh,
Like
okay.
pre-orders are from the pre-orders are on the Cosmic Line website. So
Okay, so those the copies you had at Heroes were just like the early copies.
yeah,
Those are like it was like a small. You sold out of all those or most of you said right?
of Ghostman, yeah,
Dang, that's sick, man. That's dope.
yeah,
Man, yeah, hell yeah. Ghostman, yeah, Ghostman is super cool, man. I really fuck with that like character and idea and how simple and like easy it is to just like read it and stuff like that. Like when he goes to like writing stories, do you like put a lot into it, or are you like, oh, I just want to do some cool shit real quick and just see what I can do?
pretty much the second part. I mean, because I don't want to. It's already a simple thing, so I don't want to overcomplicate it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's ideas that I have, but I'm like, if I put too much lore into it, then I'm kind of taken away from what it's supposed to be. Because it's not really an overarching story. It's just like, yeah, here's this adventure, here's this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, I don't want to complicate it too much. Yeah, I just come up with one goofy idea and kind of go from there. The third one though is gonna be pretty crazy. But I ain't gonna talk about it yet. But it's pretty crazy. But I got this the one copy left from Heroes, of the new one. So I
Hell
don't know if it's
yeah.
backwards or what, but
No, that's right. Well,
yeah.
yeah,
So
this right to me. So
yeah, I can. Oh yeah, it's the back. It
mm-hmm.
says meet your maker on that.
That's dope, man. I like how on this issue there was like the red, like what I'm saying. There's little red spots and stuff. I thought that was a really cool
Yeah,
addition from the first one.
yeah, black,
Hell
white,
yeah,
red. I got
yeah.
the. Let me show the one page. Everybody likes. It. I'm real happy. It kind of worked out. Where I made the line art red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these two pages.
Oh yeah. That page was sick. Yeah, the flashback. Yeah, that was dope. That was a cool addition for sure.
I'm so happy that worked out. I was worried. I was so scared about that shit.
Yeah, it's always like you have like you gotta have like that one like aura page just to like everybody hypes it up. Like that's
Yeah.
I feel like that happens with like manga a lot. They have like that one like fight scene or like double page spread or whatever, and like it'll go like viral on Twitter, and that's how like the manga or the anime gets like super hyped up. Like there's
Yeah.
like been hella manga or like hella anime that I got into just from like seeing like random pages or like random like fight scenes
Hmm.
on like websites, and I'm like, oh, let me go check that out, and then I'll go watch. I'm like, oh shit, like that's like a big thing. I feel like that's a thing that like American comics don't have right now. Like not really like, when we talk about like people always talk about like manga versus comics, where like I made a video about this a long time where like we like manga really leaned into like the piracy aspect of it, whether they liked it or not. Like it like helped a lot. Where
Yeah.
American comics are like super uptight about that type of shit. Whereas like like piracy helps in the long run if you like play your cards right. You know what I'm saying? Because like it can bolster up things and make it more popular. Like in my opinion, I mean obviously there's piracy in American comics, but it's not like the same. Like where like
Mm-hmm.
people are like super hyping up, posting all over the place and shit like that. Like I mean, there's a few artists who do like pinups or like things like that. I think Batman, Absolute Batman, definitely like benefited from like posting like early snippets and stuff like that. Like the like when they first posted the Batman when he was like super big, that went hella viral. And I think that like helped with the sales of the book for sure. And even like lately they did like the Bane one, that one went really viral. And they
Yeah.
even got like the original creator of Bane like talking shit about it. And we're seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did one with the new King, the Killer Croc. I read
Yeah.
that. I just read that issue number. I think it's like 10 or 11. I just read that the other day. I just think it just came out. That shit was fucking sick. That I'm not even like a super like Batman DC like reader, but I've been really like enjoying that run for sure.
Yeah, I got to get into it. I've been slacking. I haven't read too much recently. Like that whole haul, I got so many books from Heroes. I ain't even touched those yet. But it's mostly because I like got them in a stack across the room. So I like
Mhm.
if I don't look at them, if I don't see them, I'm like, oh yeah, like I got those books. I gotta get into that. Um, I think the only thing I did read is I got my copy of I guess because I ordered it from them, I ain't really get it at Heroes, but I got Tony McMillan's Attaboy. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
Sam, I gotta check
Yeah,
that out.
dope.
Yeah, I'm like I like save my reading right before I go to bed. And so like after I'm done like winding down from like drawing or whatever, I pick up whatever books. Like lately, I've been reading Dandadan. I don't know if you've
Oh yeah,
this manga is fucking sick. Like this is like one of my favorite manga because it's like they kind of just do whatever and it just kind of makes sense and it's super fun. Like they established the worlds really well. Like in the first like chapter where there's like, oh, there's aliens and there's also ghosts and that's it. And then all the kids have like some sort of powers that are related to one or the other. And then we're gonna do a bunch of random shit and that's it. Like and it's not and there's like also like heart and stuff like that. So that's like that's something that like inspires me when I want to make comics. To just do like have fun and stuff like that. And I take it too serious and just do like random shit. But then you can also like be serious at times too.
yeah,
And I feel like with the Ghostman, like that's what I did when I made my Spider-Man book, like a year ago. I kind of just made like a random bunch of shit happen. I think I have a copy. Yeah, this is the first copy.
yeah,
And I sold out, and I just was just like doing shit like this is the last comic I did digitally too. But like I was just like, okay, like I'm just gonna draw like Spider-Man, just doing like my own Spider-Man, and it's like let him fucking do a bunch of random stuff, and I'm gonna find like all the characters that I really like and
mm-hmm.
just have them do whatever. And so this is a fun comic. This was like the comic that kind of like made me like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. Like I feel good about the artwork. I feel good about like this, doing it. And then like this is the first comic I got printed, so like I was like super like happy about uh getting it done.
Yeah,
And shit, I don't know if it's showing it, whatever. And I was able to like I sold out of it. I only had like 20 copies, but I sold out. So I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'm doing something and stuff like that. So
yep,
I'm probably gonna go back to doing like another bootleg. So like that's the plan for the book. Like the book I'm gonna do after the AWOL books are done. All four of those are done. I'm gonna do like I'm thinking about doing like a Captain America thing where he just goes and it's like fights like a bunch of monsters like Nazi zombies and like werewolves and stuff like that because like the lore behind like Nazi Germany and all the scientists and how they're like doing a bunch of crazy shit. So I kind of want to
yeah,
like lean into
yeah.
that and like that's kind of like the idea and this, but I probably won't start working on that until like December, January, just to
Okay,
like
okay.
that's kind of like my long term goal. But like I think that there is something to like just having fun with making comics and stuff like that. And when people take it too serious or like super like whatever, like super like, oh, I want to be like Alan Moore, Frank Miller, and it's like, well,
Hmm.
good luck, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I'm not having fun, then I just don't want to do it. Like drawing anything that I don't want to draw is just terrible. Like so, doing it for a book is like nah. I try to. I mean, I've worked with a lot of people, but I just still try to pick what I do pretty carefully.
mhm.
Because I just don't want to have a bad experience of any kind. I just want to enjoy the whole
Yeah.
process. You know.
Have you like learned a lot like behind the scenes stuff and like kind of like the industry stuff while being with Cosmic Lion and being around like Eli and stuff like that? Like, how has that experience been going? and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, it's been going pretty well. Yeah, he's been teaching me a lot of stuff. Just about promotion and kind of especially with the show, just how to,
Mm-hmm.
sell the books and, have your pitch ready and how to talk to people. Um, Plus I was right next to him, so I got to watch him do it, so I just learned a lot. Um, Really the easiest thing to do at shows is just ask people how they doing. So like I picked up on that, just talk to
Oh
people.
yeah, that's
Uh,
definitely the cheat code. Like when I do table at show, like I feel like the first hour kind of like okay, kind of like I've only done two so far. I've only tabled at two, but like or yeah, I've only tabled at two, so I've kind of like figured kind of like gauge how everybody's being and stuff like that. Like if somebody's like learning by like oh hey how you doing like oh this is my book this and this and that.
yeah.
You kind of like after like the first hour you kind of figure out get down like get everything that you want to say down and like whatever and stumble upon every words and like show people stuff and you know
hmm
Mhm.
Yeah, I see everyone said,
Yeah.
Brunson, what's your long term goals? Shit, I don't know. To get better.
That's everybody's shit. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Do you want to like try to go to a bigger publisher? Do you want to stay like indie or like
Um,
be more like self-sufficient with your own stuff like like what is like outside of just getting better, which like I said everybody wants to do that. What
yeah.
is something that you want to do like for real?
I kind of want to do both. I want to
Mhm.
do some Marvel DC stuff. That'd be pretty cool. But for the most part, I think I just want to do my own thing. I do have my dream characters I want to work on: Punisher, Question. I posted a list like some months ago. It had all types of characters, but yeah, doing my own thing. Um, yeah, but I don't know. Just really, my main goal, yeah, is just to get better. I feel like if you just get better, everything else will just kind of happen on its own. You know. Um,
Oh yeah.
so, and that's pretty much how it's been working. So, it's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, I feel the same way. Like I'm definitely like I'm always in my mind about like, okay, I need to practice this day? Do I want to like study something this day? Okay, now do I want to do pages this day? Like I feel like I get so not overwhelmed. Actually I really don't. But sometimes I'm like, feel like okay, maybe I'm not doing enough studying. Maybe I'm not doing like looking at my art books enough. But then I'm also like constantly working on pages. Like I
Mm,
like one of my main goals this year was to get like 200 pages done, and I've probably got 120 pages I think done for this year because I did a comic earlier this year, and I've done two. I already finished two books of AWOL, which is like that was like 80 pages already, and then I have two more altogether. I think that's like 150 pages, and then I have the other comic, which so I might not get to 200. I'll probably be like around there. I mean, that's
mm,
not even including like I did like a bunch of the kayfabe books, but those are like one or two pages here and there. But
yeah.
there's that, and then like what I want to do is pretty much essentially just like grow my skills artistically as I grow my my supporters and subscribers on my YouTube channel. So like once I'm like at a point like my artwork is like super like undeniable, I drop that book and it's like boom, it goes up without me having to use Kickstarter, without me having to do like anything because like I already have like that foundation of like people who like fuck with me on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never been good at like social media. Like all my social media is always like low subscribers or like followers, like whatever. And because obviously
Mm,
it wasn't like that big, it was just for fun. Like, but there's always people who are like just like popular on social media just for like whatever reason. And I've never been that person. But then like I like invested my time actually in YouTube and it's been doing really, really good. You know what I'm saying? For what it's worth and like the time that I put into it. And so like I'm really, really proud of that. And I think it's like super crazy that I've been able to do that. So now I just
mm,
want to make sure that like I'm constantly getting better at drawing and making comics because I know there's gonna get to a point where like I'd be at like, maybe like 100K subscribers and I want to be able to put that book out there and just like oh look the pre-launch is on or not the pre-launch like the pre-orders are on my website, go and then go from there because it's to me that's like the new thing to do for indies especially like um if you want to be like self-sufficient, you want to be like independent and not have to rely on like corporate, you know,
mm,
fingers on your creations is to build on a platform. And I've seen so many people do it already on YouTube specifically. And so I'm like, I want to be able to do that too. And I feel like I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? Like I always try to remind people that I'm a comic book artist, comic book creator first, not just like a
mm,
YouTube person. Even though, I mean, if people know me from that, then they know me from that. And then I'm still doing something that I want to do and whatever. But
yeah.
as long as they know like oh like you know that he has comics, he has a bunch of comics, you know what I'm saying, like have like at least like 3 or 4 in stock on my website, you know what I'm saying, like and like even doing that has helped me sell like comics this year. I've sold like a good amount, way more than I would have thought. I've sold out of some books and stuff like that. Like I just sold out my basketball comic, my comic scrub. I have
Mm,
like one copy left. I just like I said, sold out of the Spider-Man book. I just did a new reprint of it a couple months ago, and I'm hopefully I can sell some more of those at the show and just stuff like that. And then I feel like I'm learning a lot about like business and like how like people's habits are like and like what draws them to buying shit. And so I feel like that's gonna be something that's gonna help you in the long run once I'm have that big project, once I have that big idea, or like once like I said, my skills are to that point where it's like, oh, like that's super dope. It's really cool
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
yeah. I mean, you definitely putting in a lot of work, man. Like for sure. Like I mean, everybody knows, bro. Like you be going like nonstop. I'm like, damn, like
I definitely I feel like I definitely am doing a lot, but it doesn't seem like it because I like schedule my time hella well. Like I
hmm
definitely like, all right, today or this week is a video week, so 2 days is writing a script for my video or research, whatever. One day's recording, one day's editing. Then I'm putting it out. Same thing with like YouTube. Like I have like, I mean, same thing with like making comics. I was like, all right, this 2 weeks is thumbnailing. This next week is penciling, and then after that is inking, which is like the fun part. And then gray toning, lettering. That's like, no, we know what I'm saying. So I
yeah,
like I keep like I feel like I have a good gauge of like my time already because I've been doing it for like 3 or 4 years now. Like like making comics and like figuring it out. So I think it's like it's definitely a habit now to like just keep going and stuff like that.
hmm
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, I've been trying to schedule my weeks out a bit more. Actually, I bought a whiteboard not too long ago, so I just plan out my week, and I kind of devote my weekends to commissions, just pages all through the week, unless there's something I gotta push in there. Um, for a while, I was devoting every Saturday to doing just studies or whatever, but I kind of ain't really at the time, unless I do it like super early in the morning. But
mm-hmm.
what I need to do right now is get my sleep schedule on point. That's kind of what's been throwing me off because I've just been tired, man.
Yeah, who
But
you telling, man?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, sleep is definitely a thing for me that's like that's kind of like fucks me up. Like, especially because I have kids, so like that, I'm at the mercy of what time they wake up. Like if they wake up at like, because my work when I go to work, right now my work schedule I don't have to go until later in the day. Like, I work from like noon to like, probably like 6 or 7, depending on the day.
hmm
And so like I'll stay up to like 2 in the morning, like knocking shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's fucking making videos, knocking out comics, editing stuff, looking at shit, just like doing everything. And even now I added another thing with this Kickstarter, which is like, like when I was like prepping everything, I was like, bro, this is a fucking bitch, bro. Like I had to like learn how to like, or how am I gonna format the page and what do I want to sell, and like, how much do I want to price everything, and that was like a lot of the questions I was asking people at at the show. But everybody has different advice and different things, and
yeah,
I just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna add this and stuff like that. But I'm so far so good. I mean, the campaign's doing pretty good, so that's pretty dope. This is definitely gonna be helpful in like the longer, even if I only make the $1,500, like that's gonna be helpful for like seed money to like get more prints of other stuff and like get
hmm
this book out there because I'm already done with the book. I just want to have the money to like get it printed essentially at this
right,
point, you know what I'm saying? So like that money goes like a long way. Even if you're not making a tens of $1,000s, that 500, 600, like that will go a long way because that will give you a good amount of books printed, and you can just sell that throughout the year. Like when I get this funded, the like I probably won't have 100 orders on like the campaign, but like I will have like a bunch left to where when I go to the show, I'll have some to sell, and then I'll have them on my website, and I'll just promote it the rest of the year on like my YouTube or whatever like that. So that's just kind of like how I'm kind of seeing it. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one or when I'm gonna do another Kickstarter because, like I said earlier, like it's just like a bitch. So, and
yeah,
I'm like I'm way more. I don't want to take any more time away from like making comics and drawing as I do with just like making YouTube videos. But I found a good like middle ground to making the YouTube videos with the drawing. So you
hmm
know, yeah,
yeah, yeah, man. Scheduling, like just planning your time, that shit goes a long way, like a real long
yeah.
way. Um,
Yeah, a lot of people have a hard time doing that. Like, I don't know if it's just like, I mean, I'm super just like tedious on my time. I think it is definitely just being a parent and like being like married and stuff like that where I
yeah,
have to. But a lot of people, if they don't have all that stuff, they're kind of like, they'll just be like, oh, whatever. Oh, whatever. But you don't seem to do that. You definitely like, you're definitely somebody who I look at. I'm like, oh man, this guy's fucking like when I saw you drop those books at Heroes, I was like, holy shit, man. But and I was wondering because like obviously I follow you, so I was seeing you like post little things here and there. I'm like, what are these books coming out? And then like you dropped the
Yeah,
Bone Grinder, and I remember we talked about that like last year. And you had
yeah,
already had it done. I was like, damn, you just putting that out, and then the Pickle book, and then Ghostman 2. So like, damn, this guy's like ahead of time, like ahead of schedule, like having everything just pretty just locked in and just like slowly knocking it out. And I feel like that's a very like a real big thing. Like a lot of people try to do and don't do it. And so like that's really dope that like you're fucking knocking that shit out, man.
yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm gonna try to, uh, I want to, doing the Wayne's book. I'm gonna get that done. Um, Immediately after that, if I can. Well, actually, the Wayne's thing is 3 issues, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see what I can get in or get done or work on in between those issues. And because I definitely want to. The next thing for me personally is Ghostman 3,
Mm-hmm.
100%. And then I got some other stuff planned. I think I won't go into detail about it, but I think you were in that stream when I showed off that one character that I had on my iPad. It was like a sketch. It was like it was a woman. She had like a fedora trench coat.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yep. I remember that. Yeah, he's like Carmen San Diego. That's how she looked like.
Yeah,
Hell
so
yeah,
that's the next big thing after Ghostman. So
yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
definitely am locked in with the comic stuff. Like, I wanted to do like a longer series, so I don't have to like keep coming up with new ideas and stuff. So that's
Hmm.
why I want to do AWOL for like 4 issues, and that's like the end of the series. Just like that. Like I want to do more like longer books. So like I want to do like instead of just doing a bunch of one shots, I want to do like one long book a year. So like AWOL will probably be like my long book for the year. So like, that'll probably be like my summer thing, and then like in between that, just do a bunch of random fucking one shots or work
Right.
on stuff with other people. Things like that. I just trying to keep like myself busy and stuff like that. Like even when I'm not working on a comic, I'm just super like, fuck, man. Like I need to figure out what I want to do, and that's why I would just knock out a bunch of just like drawings. Like last year, let me show how much. Or like not last year, but earlier this year, I I was like asking people to comment and like what characters they wanted me to draw. And let me scroll down. I was like, I did this page for a book. I forgot I even like we had this book coming out, so this is pretty cool. So I did this one. I don't know if it's not to show it, but whatever. But yeah, what like I was just like super like fucking not bored, but I was like, man, I need something to draw. So I was just asking people to like, so what characters should I draw? So I was just drawing like random characters, and they'll like comment the next one, like, all right, now give me the next one. So that was kind of like a thing, and then I like pretty much all those characters they told me to draw. I like collected them into the art book. So like the art book that I have for damn, that was a long time ago. I remember that. That's the book I did for the Sewer Boys. I actually sold this page, but
Oh, nice.
yeah. So like this one, like I was just doing a bunch of just stuff. Like I was watching Geiger, and I like that was super like interesting show. I don't know if you've seen Geiger or read the manga. It's pretty weird, but they have cool character design. So, but like
Yeah.
yeah, so someone's like draw Deadpool. So like I'm all right, I'm gonna draw Deadpool, and then they're like what's the Geiger. I think I did this one for a video. There's the Ghost Man I did for your book.
Mhm.
This piece came out really dope, man. I was like wondering like how do you do the splatter and shit? Because I hadn't never done it before, and so I was like looking at your pieces, how you're doing it. So I kind of like did that with the gun. I did this
Yeah.
one at a show, and when I did this, I figured out like Sharpie is not good like black. Like it like looks super faded and stuff like that. And like when I look at the piece now, it's like super fucked. Like when I was trying to put these splatters on it kept like getting absorbed into the Sharpie. So I would not recommend.
Mm.
I did this one earlier for the other Taco book.
I think you gotta switch your.
Oh, you can't see it, or they
Nah,
can't see it. Oh, I'm fucking stupid.
I know exactly what pieces you talk about. So
Oh damn. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, yeah, there you go. All right, that's crazy. I thought I shared it. Anyways, whatever. But yeah, like I just did a bunch of all these pieces and stuff. I did this ink slapper one. So this book was like I got a bunch of comments from a bunch of people and was like, all right, so what who should I do next? And somebody was like Spawn. Somebody told me to draw Rich Homie Quan. I was like, I don't like. I guess I did this one real quick. This is like the last one I did real quick on my iPad. I did this King Spawn. Somebody said Daredevil, so I drew Daredevil. This is the Spider-Man book. King from Tekken. So then I was like doing that, and that just kept me busy
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
a couple months while I was like waiting to just figure out what I wanted to do next. Because like when you're done with like a comic, or at least for me, I'm just like, all right, I'm over it. Like I want to take a break, and
Hmm.
so
Yeah, I remember all these.
yeah, these are all like some cool pieces, and like it was fun because I was like able to like play with like all like the artwork and all of the tools and stuff like that without having to be like too worried about like fucking up.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was a fun time. So I'm probably gonna do that again like whenever I'm in between projects just to keep myself busy. You know what I'm saying? Like I have like I just have to keep myself busy essentially. You know, or
Yeah,
I'm gonna just be
yeah.
bored as fuck.
I gotta, I gotta find some more time to do stuff for fun. I mean, I've been getting some stuff in here and there. That Conan I did, that was for fun. Um, that Punisher, that was for fun. Uh, so a little bit here and there, but I definitely like I'm gonna be pretty busy like for the next month probably.
For the
But
commissions, are people like super meticulous about everything, or like do you see that as fun, or like is that more like kind of like a work thing?
now commissions are fun. I mean, I've never
Mhm.
really had a bad. Well, I had a bad client, but the bad experience came like after the fact. Um, but now people aren't really too meticulous. They kind of like they might ask like this person versus this person, and they probably won't go
Mhm.
any deeper than that. Really, the only thing I had recently, um, somebody wants they want a Craven versus Rhino, and they were just
Mhm.
like, "Oh, can you put some yellow on Craven's vest?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So yeah, they really don't get too much deeper than that. Um, but no, I enjoy commissions. The only the only thing is, and it's not even a bad thing. It's just when I got to do research. Like if it's a character I don't know, so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I got to look this up, figure out what this character is about. Try to do something that's kind of true to the character, and not just
Yeah.
some shit. So just doing that research. That's kind of the only like um thing that makes it kind of difficult. But commissions. I enjoy doing commissions.
Yeah, I feel like what commissions most of the time people are just there just to get like the art from you, so they don't really like care about. They just want to see you just draw like whatever character.
Right.
So I think that's like pretty cool. Like I haven't really ventured into that because I don't want to like take time to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean I don't. I mean I don't know if anybody's really interested in like buying my original artwork yet. Like I don't think I've gotten to that point of like my artwork is like because I just started drawing on paper like this year or like
Mm,
yeah like this year. So yeah, I'm still trying to even figure out like the tools I want to use and stuff. Still, I think I've landed on a good like group of shit, but I haven't really put myself out there like, oh, I'm doing commissions. If you want a commission, da 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 da.
yeah.
But we'll see, we'll see. I feel like a lot of people mostly know me for like my YouTube right now, which is fine. But uh, I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll
I
see.
mean, hey, shit.
It's something, you know. What I'm saying for
Oh
real.
yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah, man. All right, I don't want to hold you up too much longer, dude. I know you're a busy man. Future famous comic book artist. So hopefully in about like 5 years, these videos just like go up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Yeah.
remember when Brunson was on Cova stream?
Yeah.
No.
We'll see what
So,
happens.
nah, I believe it, bro. I believe it.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
so I'm gonna show the Kickstarter one more time. Is it showing on the screen? Let me see. Yeah, let me see what's up there. So yeah, my Kickstarter is live right now. I'm at 80, almost 90% funded. We have 20 more days left. So if you guys are interested and want to go check it out, the link is in the chat and it's also in the bio of the video for those who are watching after the fact. There's a lot of good deals. I have a bunch of cool covers for myself. Jeremy Heiler, Brian Moss, Ian Cinco. Ian's also doing a giveaway, or he's giving complimentary issues of his comic Neon Spring issue number 0 for you back issue cover A, his cover D, or the collection of covers. So you're essentially going to get 2 books for the price of 1. So if you're interested in that, go back to the campaign. I have a bunch of cool add-ons of a lot of my older comics. Yeah, and the book is literally done. So all I need is just the funds are essentially for printing and getting the books to your front door. Let me drop a link for Brunson stuff real quick. Brunson, you wanna plug your stuff? Let me put you full screen
Yeah,
real
you
quick.
got to actually let me pull. I think I got the. Do I have a copy of the art book over here? Let me see. Yeah, I do. Cool. So I got. Yeah. So, Ghostman, Flesh and Bullets. The second issue of Ghostman. It's up for pre-order right now. We got Detective Pickle PI with that deal with Neil Ewing. He's the writer, so that's up for pre-order as well. It's like a noir detective comedy book about a detective pickle, and it's like a revenge story. It's actually three stories in this book, so it's all on black and white newsprint. Let me see. I'll show another page I really like. Let's see. I'll just show the first page. So it's a real fun story, you know. So go check that out. And then we also have my art book. We had a limited number of copies. That was 10. I think there's 3 left. And then so if you want to get this, get it now. And then there's a an option where you pay a little bit more, and I'll do a sketch on the inside. So yeah, definitely go to cosmiclionproductions.com. There's a section at the top that's just for me and my stuff. You can also get the first issue of Ghostman, and then my other book, Biomechanical Protector, Bone Grinder. So all that is up right now. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Brunson got a lot of work out. I dropped the links in the chat for anybody who's interested. I've read all those books and they're all fantastic. And I have a pin up in one of those books. So if you get
Yeah.
Ghostman 2, you don't just get
Oh
Brunson,
yeah.
but you get a little bit of Kova artwork in there as well.
Yeah, I got you.
So yeah. Brunson, yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. And I did my signature in red. I don't know if wasn't sure if it was gonna be red, but I'm glad it came out red. I think so. But yeah, I appreciate you having me for coming on. We'll probably do it again sometime in the future. We'll
Yeah, bro.
maybe within a couple months. We got something else coming out. Just hit me up and let me know. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Again, go check out Brunson's work. Go check out the Kickstarter. We're almost funded, and so we can start working on those stretch goals, guys. All right, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
I'm about to end the stream. Boo.